Ancient Egypt was one of the greatest and most powerful civilizations in the history of the world. It lasted for over 3,000 years, from 3150 BC to 30 BC. The civilization of ancient Egypt was located along the Nile River in northeast Africa. The Nile was the source of much of ancient Egypt's wealth. The great Egyptian cities grew up along the Nile as the Egyptian people became experts in irrigation and were able to use the water from the Nile to grow rich and profitable crops. Historians usually group the history of ancient Egypt into three major kingdoms called the Old Kingdom, the Middle Kingdom, and the New Kingdom. It was during these times the ancient Egypt was at its strongest. Ancient Egypt was rich in culture, including government, religion, arts, and writing. The government and religion were tied together as the leader of the government. The pharaoh was also leader of the religion. Writing was also important in keeping the government running. Only scribes could read and write, and they were considered powerful people. The pharaohs of Egypt were often buried in giant pyramids or in secret tombs. They believed that they needed treasure to be buried with them to help them in the afterlife. The ancient Egyptian empire began to weaken in about 700 BC. It was conquered by a number of other civilizations. The first to conquer Egypt was the Assyrian Empire, followed 100 or so many years later by the Persian Empire. In 332 BC, Alexander the Great of Greece conquered Egypt and set up his own ruling family called the Ptolemaic dynasty. Finally, the Roman came in 30 BC and Egypt became a province of Rome. The Roman ruled Egypt for over 600 years until around 640 AD. Thank you.